Even though 2020 hasn't ended yet, some incredible games have risen to the top amongst others as the best ones this year due to their engaging gameplay, original story, or hilarious characters. Welcome to Binge TV, and today we'll be presenting you our top 10 countdown of the best games of 2020 from what we've seen so far. These games have taken 2020 by storm and established themselves as staples in modern gaming. So stay until the end of our video to learn all about them in case you've never played them before. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Binge TV and turn notifications on for more great videos like this one. Without further ado, let's begin with our countdown. 10th place, Doom Eternal. We're kicking off our list with Doom Eternal, a first-person shooter and action game developed by ID Software and published by Bethesda. This is the sequel to the Doom game from 2016 and has been released for Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. It has received highly positive reviews with praise for its campaign, graphics, level design, soundtrack, and combat mechanics, though some dislike the increased focus on storytelling. It follows the story of the Doom Slayer, who's on a mission to end Hell's assault on Earth. The plot begins after the events on Mars, where Earth has been overrun by demonic forces, wiping out most of the planet's population under the now corrupted Union Aerospace Corporation. What remains of humanity has either fled Earth or joined the Armored Response Coalition, a resistance movement formed to stop the invasion, which has gone into hiding after suffering heavy losses. Things seem bleak at the beginning, but its incredible story and fun gameplay make this a game to remember. 9th place, Minecraft Dungeons. Minecraft Dungeons was considered the best May game to ever be released, and while it's on the shorter side of the scale when we talk about playable hours and content, it's definitely a game to look out for when played with others. With a hack-and-slash combat never seen before in traditional Minecraft, this game is considered to be really fun and charming, especially when we take a look at its nicely crafted visuals and music. Unlike Minecraft, Minecraft Dungeons doesn't feature an open world, nor mining or building, where players fight in handcrafted dungeons filled with monsters, traps, puzzles, and treasure. 8th place, Dreams. Dreams is a charming game developed by Media Molecule for the PS4, released on the 14th of February 2020. This is probably one of the most engaging game creation games, where players can create their own games, mechanics, assets, sculptures, music, and art, which can be shared or remixed to be used in others' creations. It's also a space in which to create your own dreams, whether they're games, art, films, music, or anything in between and beyond. That's precisely why it has been named as such. You can turn your dreams into reality by playing this game, where you control an imp that allows you to create items, characters, and manipulate objects by grabbing and pulling them. 7th place, HalfLife Alyx. In the 7th spot on our list, we have HalfLife Alyx, a VR first-person shooter where players control Alex Vance on a mission to seize a superweapon belonging to the alien Combine, which has been the main antagonist for the Half-Life series for quite a while. The players use VR to interact with their environment, fight enemies, and employ the super fun-to-use gravity gloves to manipulate objects. The same survival horror, exploration, combat, and puzzles come back in their full glory in this game, which was released on Windows on March 23, 2020. It's known to be VR's first killer app, considered to be absolutely necessary if you want to play VR to your heart's content. 6th place, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Ori and the Will of the Wisps is a platform adventure Metroidvania game published for the Xbox, released in March of this year and featuring some of the most impressive visuals of a platformer, receiving universal acclaim when it was released thanks to its combat, exploration elements, and soundtrack. In this game, you play as little Ori, a white guardian spirit with the ability to jump, climb, glide, and swim between various platforms to solve intricate puzzles. Gameplay unfolds in the form of a Metroidvania with new abilities and upgrades allowing players to unlock previously inaccessible areas of the map. So what do you think of these games so far? Have you played any of these or are willing to try them out? Let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn notifications on for more videos like this one. 5th place, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is a rehaul of Xenoblade Chronicles, but it makes the game so enjoyable and enhanced that it's worth purchasing just to play it all over again. In addition to enhanced visuals, remastered music, an updated user interface, and other quality of life improvements, Definitive Edition also includes a new epilogue scenario titled Future Connected, set 1 year after the main game's events. This game was released for the Nintendo Switch in May this year and has been a best-selling title ever since. 4th place, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Next up, we have one of the most acclaimed remakes of 2020, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, published by Square Enix. It's set in the well-known dystopian cyberpunk metropolis of Midgar, where players return to control Cloud Strife, a mercenary who joins an eco-terrorist group known as Avalanche to oppose Shinra, who wants to use the planet's life essence as an energy source. Combining real-time action, strategy, and RPG in one masterpiece of a game, it was released on the PS4 on April 10th, 2020, and received incredibly positive reviews, being praised for its graphics, gameplay, narrative, and soundtrack. Now that we have arrived at the 3rd spot of our list, get ready to find out which one has been the best game of 2020 so far. You'll be completely surprised to learn who's down at the 1st place, so stay until the end to find out. 3rd place, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Next up, we have one of the most critically acclaimed life simulation games ever made, Animal Crossing New Horizons. In this game, released in March of 2020, players take the role of a villager who moves to a deserted island after purchasing a package from Tom Nook, a Tanuki character who has appeared in every entry in the Animal Crossing series. The game takes place in real time, where the player explores the island in the order they desire, gathering and crafting items, catching insects and fish, and developing the island into a fun animal community to their liking. It became the best-selling game of Animal Crossing ever made, with 13.41 million units sold and breaking the console game record for most digital units sold in a single month. 2nd place, Ghost of Tsushima. In the 2nd spot of our list, we have Ghost of Tsushima, a game that has taken the world by storm in only a week of being released. It features an open world for players to explore. It revolves around Jin Sakai, one of the last samurai on Tsushima Island during the first Mongol invasion of Japan in 1274. The game has been heavily praised for its gripping visuals and incredibly engaging combat system. 1 versus 1 dueling with the NPCs is also optional, with stealth mechanics that allow the player to evade enemies and strike them silently with tools such as firecrackers to create distractions, smoke bombs to disorient alerted foes, and kunai for striking multiple enemies. 1st place, The Last of Us 2. In the 1st spot of our list, we have none other than The Last of Us Part 2, an action-adventure game that's set 5 years after the hit game The Last of Us from 2013. Similar to the first game, in The Last of Us 2, the player controls 2 characters in the post-apocalyptic United States, Ellie, who sets out for revenge, and Abby, a soldier who becomes involved in a conflict between a militia and a religious cult. The game is played from the 3rd-person perspective. You're allowed to use firearms, stealth, and improvised weapons to fight against zombie-like enemies that have been infected by a strain of the cordyceps fungus. While the game saw some delays, ironically due to the COVID-19 pandemic considering the setting of this game, it has been an incredible success ever since it was released just a month ago, becoming one of the fastest-selling PS4 games ever. So what do you think of these incredible games so far? Let us know in the comments below. Also, make sure to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to Binge TV for more fantastic videos like this one. We hope you enjoyed our video, and we'll see you next time.